1039. Listening to that, joining us very patiently, live on the line, is Patrick Langmaid, who runs the Mother Ivey's Bay Holiday Park near Padstow. Patrick, afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Laurence.
What's your reaction to what you've heard about Travelodge?
Well, I think it's a huge vote of confidence in Cornwall. So wonderful news to see inward investment. I hear what the lady said about a job creation. My concern, Laurence, with hospitality, and I'm in it, and possibly you could say part of the problem, but my concern with hospitality is we do need to create jobs that are worth having, and that means we need to focus on the problems of in-work poverty for our teams. And I do feel that Travelodge could be doing a lot more. It's great that they're bringing people forwards through the entry level and into management, and that's absolutely to be lauded. But the people who don't come through, the 50% who don't, they still need, when they are in work, it should be a way out of poverty, not a way into enduring poverty. And I think it's quite important that they are paying their team what they need to live rather than the minimum wage. And there's something called the real living wage, Laurence. And
I think it's fair to point out you're an accredited living wage employer, so actually you are paying slightly above the average. I'm right in assuming.
I'm an employer who puts my money where my mouth is. That's absolutely right. I mean, I'm not just saying other people should be paying the real living wage. I'm doing it myself, leading by example. And I've actually found that it is a huge benefit to my business. I'm actually ironically more profitable because I pay it, because I've got a stable workforce. But we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about Travelodge. And I would just urge an organisation as big as Travelodge, even if you can't move to the real living wage, which is from next April £9 an hour. It's currently £8.75 an hour. If you can't get there in one step, look at it incrementally. Speak to the Living Wage Foundation. It's a charity that runs the living wage, the real living wage, and speak to them and look towards over a period becoming an accredited living wage employer. It speaks volumes. If you treat your staff well, your guests like to see you treating your staff well.
And I'm guessing it's about retention of staff as well, isn't it? If you are a decent boss and you pay a decent living wage, then you're less likely to get sort of a quick turnover in staff.
Absolutely, Laurence. I had in 2018, I was paying my staff £9 an hour. And my cleaning staff, obviously, other staff were earning more, but my cleaning team were earning, and my reception team, at least £9 an hour. And I had all my seasonal staff from the year before wanting to come back. It was absolutely fantastic. So recruitment, retention, you do training and you benefit from it because your staff are coming back to work for you. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not criticising Travelodge. I think it's brilliant they're coming here. I think it's brilliant they're creating 160 jobs. But, please don't let them be minimum wage jobs. Don't leave. Even if half your staff are moving on into management, and some of my team move on into management, it's great. But you know what? The ones who don't move into management, they still need to have dignity at work. They still don't want to be turning up and then having to go home via the food bank to get a parcel of food.
Do you know the amazing thing? I did a piece with Travelodge, I think it was a couple of months ago, when they opened their latest hotel in Camborne. There were something like 15 jobs and more than 1,000 people applied for them. So, and we are only talking cleaning staff. Now, I don't mean that to sound derogatory, and reception staff. So we're not talking about management type jobs. And more than 1,000 people went for literally a handful of jobs.
Incredible. Yeah, I find it too, but I find it because my jobs for next year are going to be advertised at £9.50 an hour. I paid £9 this year. I'm to 5%, over 5% increase for next year. But you know what? We've had a fantastic. Travelodge is investing 50 million in Cornwall because Cornwall is a fantastic location and it really is a vibrant tourism economy. And they're investing, which is absolutely great. But you know what? It's quite nice to give something back to the team. And I would urge Travelodge. I'd urge the others, other people in tourism and hospitality, do the same. We don't want to be a byword for low pay and job insecurity and 0-hour contracts. As the lady at Travelodge said, half of her team go on into management, and I'm taking her at face value there. She says it, therefore it's true, and it's fantastic.
All right, just very quick. I don't want this to be negative, necessarily a negative story, because you need to pick the positives out of this. You're saying it's great that a company's investing millions of pounds into Cornwall's tourism, but I suppose at the height of the summer you can't get another person in here. The roads and everything is creaking at the seams. Is it going to take the bread and butter away from the B&Bs and some of the other hotels?
No, it isn't. And to the extent it does, Laurence, there is something to be said for the survival of the fittest. There is a concept which someone called Jeff Ram has been working on, called celebrity service, and you're meant to be looking at excellence. And you know what? Excellent businesses will survive. And if you're a great B&B or a great family-run small hotel in Newquay, you are not going to be threatened by Travelodge.
Brilliant.
If you are taking your guests for granted, you're really, it's all take and no give, and you're not developing repeat bookings, and you're not getting them to go away buzzing about you and recommending you to their friends, you're going to struggle. But you know what? That's not Travelodge's fault. That's your fault for not focusing on your guest experience. So
Patrick, thank you.
I think it's great that they're coming.
Great news. Patrick Langmaid, thank you, from Mother's Ivey Bay Holiday Park. That's Trevose Head near Padstow. Thank you, Patrick. Keep the calls coming in, please.